Hey everyone, I'm Anthony Matos and welcome to BNEWS Sports Hub. This month we chat with members of the boys varsity hockey team, head coach Bobby Conceison, senior captains Charlie Andriolo and Jackson Powers, junior assistant captains Camden, Shanahan and Seamus McMakin join the show as well. We also have your player spotlight and a Red Devil review with Robert Paris. That's all right now on BNEWS Sports Hub. To jumpstart our discussion, we offer you a little refresher of the team. BNEWS Sports reporter Robert Paris has your Red Devil review.
Hey everyone and Happy New Year. I'm Robert Paris and this is your Red Devil review. Bobby Conceison Jr. is in his second season as the head coach of boys varsity ice hockey. He took over from his father, who stepped down in February 2022 after 35 years. Before he took the head role, during his 10 years as assistant coach, Bobby witnessed a number of achievements under his father's tenure. Just to name a few: 9 Middlesex League championships, 8 Super 8 appearances, 1 Super 8 finalist, and 2 back-to-back state championships in 2012 and 2013. Bobby is also no stranger to the program from the athlete's perspective. He played on the team from '99 to 2003. He continued playing the sport at Stonehill College from '03 to 2007. He currently works as a guidance counselor at Marshall Simons Middle School. Now let's begin on how the team did in 22-23. The team finished with 5 wins, 14 losses, and 2 ties overall. In the division, Burlington had 4 wins, 10 losses, and 1 tie, and were ranked 9th out of 12 in the standings. In total, 33 goals were put in the net for Burlington. The top 3 goal scorers in the season were captain and forward Colby Sloan, who had 5 goals. Forward Seamus McMakin, also sophomore, had 5 goals in the net. Sophomore and forward Nolan Jennings had 3. Colby Sloan and goalie Arthur Welch are the 2 senior key players that have graduated. The Red Devils saw the return of junior forwards Seamus McMakin and Nolan Jennings. A couple of seniors joined the mix that were not on the roster last season, including forwards Griffin Dorion, Nolan Martin, and goalie Matt Smith. Junior Camden Shanahan took the starting goalie position this season after the departure of Mr. Welch. So far, Burlington is 5-5-1 overall, winning against Bridgewater Raynham, Stoneham, Watertown, Melrose, and Brookline. 3-3-1 is where the Devils stand in the division and are ranked 4th place out of 12. Not to mention a total of 20 goals scored and counting. Top 3 leading goal scorers this season are Seamus McMakin with 9, newcomer freshman forward James Gordon with 5, and Jennings with 4. Shanahan had allowed 28 goals to get past him this season, while his predecessor, Welch, allowed 56 goals in his senior year. The second half of the schedule looks to be promising, with 7 of their remaining opponents they face are within the Middlesex Freedom. And that is all for your Red Devil review. I'm Robert Paris. Back to you, Anthony.
All right, I'm here with head coach of the Burlington boys hockey team, Bobby Conceison. Bobby, how are we today?
Great, how are you?
Good, good. We'll just get into your season in a minute, but I just want to start with you. You were the assistant coach under your father for countless years. What was that experience like, and how did he make a difference to you?
It was great. It was about 10 years or so. I learned a lot from him. It was just great to be a part of the program. I feel like I've really been a part of this program for a long time, since I was real little, watching the games, playing for him, and then getting to coach with him for those 10 years was really great.
Yeah, and how did he make a difference to you both and on and off the ice?
Yeah, so I mean he's been a great mentor as a coach, and he is still helping me out. I talk to him every once in a while about what's going on with the team, and he gives me advice on different situations, and so very helpful. Both with hockey and the non-hockey part of things as well.
Yeah, what do you like about work? What did you like about working with your father?
I think I just learned a lot from him. About developing relationships and the importance of that, developing relationships with players and how to manage a team and to get a team to work together towards a common goal, and a lot about hockey as well. So.
Yeah, and how do the athletes look up to you as a head coach?
I just try to be I try to be a guy who obviously I love to win, but I think the more important thing is that we're developing young men as well. I understand that they're student athletes, and the student part is really important to me. Both students and being good members of the community, the Burlington High School community and the greater community. Those things are really important to me. And yeah, we want to win hockey games for sure, but I think the development of them as people is really important as well.
Yeah, you guys didn't really start on a high note. Got 4-4-1, and
Yeah.
now you're 4-4-1.
Yeah.
How have you been able to turn this team around?
Yeah, I think we had a bit of a rough start, and I think we had we played some real good teams at the beginning, and we competed hard, and there was never a question of effort. Over the last 3 games, we found ways to win, which I think is really important in different ways. In overtime, one game, a couple of comebacks, and so I think it's a real testament to the character of the players that we have in the room that have really and our leaders that have really helped us turn things around. And there's a lot of hockey left. But I think we're heading in a good direction, I think.
How has Cam been adjusting to his bigger role as the goaltender?
He's played he played I want to say 10 games his freshman year, and then last year he played most of the games, and he's been great. He works his tail off. He's a very competitive kid, and he continues to get better. He wants to get better. He wants to find ways to improve, and he wants to make our team better. So he's a hard worker, and you need that in a goalie, the most important position, I think.
Yeah, Mike, Don, and Terry are your assistants. In what ways do they help the athletes?
Oh, I have a great coaching. We have a great coaching staff. Mike Manfredi stepped into a different role this year as like the kind of head assistant or the varsity assistant. And Donald and Terry, all 3 of them contribute so much to our program, whether that's varsity or JV. And they really have good relationships with the players, and it's really important to have a good staff, and we have a good one. I'm very fortunate to have those guys. Rely on them a lot, and they're very knowledgeable about hockey, and they're really good at developing those relationships that are so important with the players, and helping us to again develop their character along with helping us to win hockey games as well.
Yeah, what athletes have been leaders in the locker room so far this season?
Yeah, our captains have been great so far. So Charlie Jackson, Seamus, and Cam have just done such a great job at leading this team so far, and I think the other seniors have contributed as well. And it's really a collective effort to be leaders, and it's not just the guys who have the letters, but those guys have done a great job for us. But there are so many other guys who are contributing to the leadership, which is really important.
And how's the team bonding?
Great. I think we have a pretty close-knit team, which leads to the ability to help us win games and overcome adversity, which we have done over the last couple of games. And after kind of a slow start, I think that bond really has helped us win the last few games. So we have a couple big games coming up. So we're excited to compete.
Yeah, just talk about the captains of the team and how are they leading by example.
Yeah, I think they do a great job of that, leading by example on and off the ice. Really competing hard in practice is the first thing, and obviously working really hard in games. And they want to win hockey games. We've had a couple of tough seasons in a row that haven't gone the way that we wanted to, and they've really kind of taken the bull by the horns and really led by example. And really, they're just competitive kids, and they really want to win. They want us to get better, so they work hard in practice, and it really shows on the ice in games.
How do the underclassmen look up to the captains?
Yeah, and we have a lot of underclassmen, that's for sure. And I think that they have settled into their roles nicely, and I think they feed off the energy and the leadership from our captains every day on the ice, off the ice. So it's been good.
Yeah, in February you guys had the Cahoon tournament. I
Yep.
know the captain is looking forward to it.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to against Medford?
Yeah, the Cahoon tournament's a really special tournament to us. We've been doing it for a long time. It's been a little while since we've been in the finals, so that's kind of our goal, is to make it to be in the finals and compete for a championship. The last couple of years we've lost in the semifinals, so I think that's definitely one of our goals, is to compete in that semifinal game and get back to playing for a championship. Would be ideal in that tournament, and it's always a fun couple of nights for us.
Yeah, and your remaining schedule has a number of Middlesex League matchups. How are you going to plan on executing 2 games a week?
Yeah, it's we just want to keep rolling. We found ways to win, and that's our goal every game is just to compete hard and hopefully we compete hard enough that we come out on top in a variety of ways recently. Comebacks, overtime. We've just found a way to score one or two more goals than the other team, and that's how we're going to take it. We take it one game at a time, one period at a time, one shift at a time. If we win every period, we're going to win each game, and that's kind of our goal.
And how have you motivated the team from the losing half of this season to now in the winning half of the season?
Yeah, I think it's really about the character of the players. I think that they're the ones who said, we're going to turn this thing around, and we have. We're going in a good direction, but there's a lot of hockey left, so we have to continue to bring that same energy, same attitude, same kind of ability to overcome adversity over the next. I think we have 13 games left, so still a lot of hockey left.
Yeah, what are you going to miss from the seniors when they depart?
We have a great group of seniors, and I think it's a little bit about their leadership, their character, their work ethic. All of those things are really it really permeates throughout the senior class. It's not a big group, but it's a group that works really hard and has really wanted to make this a really good season. And I think they continue to lead by example on and off the ice. So I think if they continue to do that over the next 13 games, I think we're going to have some success.
What's your biggest goal for this year's team, and has that goal changed from last year?
I think our goals are always to compete for the Middlesex League, to win, to be in the finals and win the Cahoon tournament, and qualify for the state tournament. I think those are always kind of our three goals, and I think we're chipping away at those things. We still have a lot of games left to get to those points, but I think we're going in a good direction. So.
And finally, what do you hope to take away from the rest of the season as you go on with your coaching career?
Yeah, I just hope as a team we just continue to compete hard every game, every shift, every period, and I want these guys to feel some success, and I think we have over the last 3 games, but I think we got to continue to do that because they deserve it. The players have worked really hard in the off season and coming into this season, and we didn't get off to a great start, but I think we're kind of righted the ship a little bit, and we want to continue to go in that good direction and, make some memories that the kids will be able to look back on down the road and say, hey, we had a great season and had a lot of fun. So
that's a great thing to end on, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome.
Let's check out the Player Spotlight with Seamus McMakin, who will be joining us later in the show.
Hello, my name is Seamus McMakin, and this is the Player Spotlight. We're a young team, so we're struggling a little right now to get going, but I see a lot of upside in that locker room. This year, I'm playing forward, and I got a good line, so I have a feeling we're going to put a lot of pucks in the net this year. Being a young team, like I said earlier, there's a lot of kids looking at me and the other captains, so it's really just about, showing them, leading by example on and off the ice. Oh, he's just a great guy. Anybody would know him says that he's the nicest guy out there. So it's just great to see him every day and just get to know his side of the ice and what he's thinking out there. There's a lot of history in this building. You see with all the banners around if you're at every game. So it's just an honor to be able to wear the jersey every day. Family aspect every day, being in the locker room, after school coming down here and just hanging out with everyone. So I've known all 3 of them for pretty much my whole life. So it's we're mainly friends, outside of the rink, and I think that's a big part of it, just being friends outside and at the rink.
All right, I'm here with the senior captains, Charlie Andriolo and Jackson Powers. Gentlemen, how are we on this fine evening?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right, just to start it out, you guys are 3-4-1. You're on a 2-game win streak. How are things looking forward? Because with you won against Stoneham and Watertown.
I'd say we're in good shape right now. It's just a matter of keeping the ball rolling, keeping the momentum going. Because 2 big wins versus in-league opponents, those are big games for us, and we hopefully keep it rolling against. Who we got Saturday?
Melrose.
Keep it going against Melrose.
Yep. obviously looking to extend this winning streak, help the rankings, help get farther up the rankings for playoffs, and like he said, keep the ball rolling.
Yeah. And Jackson, what changes have been made offensively? Because you are a forward, obviously.
I got moved to the wing instead of playing center, and I started playing with Aiden Shanahan, and I think that really got some things going on the second and third lines.
And for the people who don't know, what is the difference between a center and a wing?
So the center is the guy who's taking the face-offs, kind of the quarterback in the line, and the wings are usually helping the center out, get the puck out of the zone, and creating more offense.
And same question for you, Charlie, about the defense, obviously, being a defenseman.
I feel like last year our game was more passive and laid back, but this year the defense, we're really trying to get involved in the play, moving the puck first, skating if we get open ice, and really looking to make that first pass that leads to a good scoring chance.
Yeah, and as captains, what are you guys doing or saying to motivate the team?
It's kind of just like the same things we went over for football. It's really just making sure I'm there for the team. Whatever they need, come to me, and obviously lead by example. Do as I do, not as I say, or however that saying goes.
Yeah, kind of like what he said. Like, definitely not being a hypocrite. If you're gonna say something, you gotta be able to back it up. And sometimes it's not always about like what you say; it's how you're leading by example when you're playing the game.
Yeah, and how do you help the underclassmen become a better athlete on the ice, Jackson?
I think it's just by being there for them whenever they need it, and being able to just answer any questions they have.
Yeah, it's kind of just telling them what to do. Not screaming at them, not yelling at them, but kind of just pointing out the things they're doing wrong and helping them fix it.
Yeah, and Bobby Conceison's in his second year. How did you see him as a guide for an assistant coach versus now as the head coach?
I mean, yeah, it's obviously different. It's different but the same. Going from his dad to now him, he brings a lot of the same characters his dad does, but also he puts his own twist on it, and I think he's doing a great job so far.
Yeah, I think he definitely embraced the role of becoming a head coach, and I think the coaching staff really coincides well together.
Yeah, and why do you feel that Coach Conceison picked you guys as captains and not other people on the team?
I think partly because we got voted for them, but also what we said, the reasons we gave. I mean, we both been on the team for all 4 years. I haven't played as much as he had, but I definitely been vocal and tried to stay as positive as I can throughout the 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like you said, we were voted by the team, and also coach has some say, but I feel like it's mostly just what the team wants. I mean, and the other two guys were voted assistants because the team really believed in them, and they feel like we can all be good leaders together.
Yeah, and just talk about how the team bonds off the ice versus on the ice.
We do a lot of team dinners before games, and it's a big fun time. It's like a big family dinner basically. Everybody's there, and whatever we do after team dinner, mess around, horse around in the basement or whatever. It's good team building, good chemistry building.
Yeah, whether it's team dinner or it's the night before games where we're not allowed to go out, we're all playing video games together. We're all like getting to know each other throughout the year, whatever we're doing.
And any games you guys are looking forward to the rest of the way, either personally or just as a team?
Woburn for sure. I think they've been playing real good. I think it'd be a very good upset.
Woburn. Battle of Win Street.
Battle of Win Street.
Can't get better.
Yeah, and why did you get involved with hockey and not like lacrosse or something?
I just been playing hockey since I was really young, so I've always just been in love with the game.
Same thing. I started skating when I was young and saw my brother do it, so I was like, I want to get into this, and here I am now.
And what's your favorite part about being a Browns Red Devil?
Just being able to play for your high school, being able to have your classmates come see you play, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like he said, you're playing in front of the town. I mean, nothing better than seeing so and so come to the game and support you guys. Yeah, whether it's somebody who runs a True North down the street or whatever, you'd see him at your game. It's always fun to see.
And what do you guys like playing each of your positions?
Physicality, Yeah, you can't be, and then also maybe shooting. You shoot from the red blue line.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe miss the net a few times here and there, but it's fun.
Yeah, I like battling the corners.
Yeah.
Filling a while.
Yeah, and what's your favorite thing about hockey, and why is it?
The boys, just chilling with the boys after, during, on the ice, just being with the boys.
Yeah, same thing. Doesn't get much better than being with the boys, your brothers,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, and how do you feel your family and coaches help you guys along the way?
I feel like personally my dad helps me a lot, just giving me feedback after games, always being positive. And the coaches as well, they're always there to like hear what you have to say, and they're never gonna shy away from you whenever you have something to say to them.
Yeah, I mean, the coaches, they're always looking to give positive criticism, you know, just tell me things I can do better, things I need to work on in my game. And my brother, my mom, my dad doing the same thing at home, you know, so it's just a matter of getting better off of their feedback.
And will we miss spending time at the Ice Palace from whenever you started to now?
You know, it's just kind of just like the feeling when you show up before a game, everybody's there an hour or so before, you know, you're just hanging out in the locker room, listening to music, getting the butterflies in your stomach, getting ready for the game, you know, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah, definitely the locker room, like the walk out onto the ice before the game, or just team dinners, getting food before practice is always fun.
And do you plan on attending a college, and where are we going?
I plan on hopefully playing football in college at the next level, so it's the goal for me.
And where might that be?
Hopefully Endicott.
Hopefully Endicott.
Yeah.
Jackson.
I'll most likely be going to trade school and becoming a plumber or electrician, but there is a small chance I also go to college as well.
Thank you guys for joining me. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org.
All right, I'm here with the two junior assistant captains, Seamus McMakin and Camden Shanahan. Gentlemen, how are we today?
Good.
We're doing good.
Yeah, you guys are 3-4-1. You have momentum going into Melrose your next game, Stoneham and Watertown. Just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's big for our team with young guys to get some momentum early on to hopefully carry that through the season.
Yeah, it's great to beat our division rivals. Beating any league opponent is huge for us.
Yeah, and what changes have been made offensively, Seamus?
Well, I feel like we've just found combinations that have been clicking recently, and I feel like we're just moving the puck better and creating those opportunities that leading to goals.
And Camden, being a goaltender yourself, what changes have been made defensively?
I think we're doing a lot better, just stepping up, not letting people just walk in on us, and we're a lot more confident.
And as captains, what are you guys doing or saying to motivate the underclassmen?
I think it's the little stuff, like in between periods, like to stay positive, or if we're down, like give those guys the reassurance that like it's gonna be all right, and just gotta keep playing.
Yeah, I try to stay as positive as I can. I know a lot of our team's younger, so I try to make sure I don't yell at them too much and make sure they feel comfortable.
And how do you help the underclassmen become a better athlete, Cam?
I just hope they grow with confidence, and as long as they keep growing, we'll get better.
I feel like it comes with repetitions. So once they, put in that extra work or at practice or whatever, I feel like it will come.
Yeah, and Coach Bobby Conceison's in his second year. How do you see him differently from assistant captain to assistant coach versus a head coach?
I feel like my freshman year when he was the assistant captain or assistant coach, he was kind of there as more of a friendly figure, but now he's become more serious and it's more business with him compared to my first year where it was more of a friendly relationship.
Yeah, freshman year he worked with me a lot because he was more of a goalie coach in a sort of way, but definitely building that relationship with him freshman year helped us have a good relationship now as a head coach and goalie.
And why do you feel Coach C chose you guys as assistant captains?
Well, it's somewhat has to do with we got voted as captains, but then I also feel like we've put in our time. We've both been on varsity since freshman, and we work hard every day and try to set a good example.
Yeah, I think we try to motivate the other kids. I think our play is showing how we should be assistant captains.
And how do you guys bond as a team off the ice?
It's all little things. We'll go hang out. We'll play basketball together. We'll try to do fun activities. We'll get together as much as we can, and yeah, that's most of it.
Yeah, I think it's important. Some of the older kids or kids in our grade, we've been friends for a while, so it's kind of getting the younger kids implemented into that, and it becomes like one big friend group.
Yeah, I know the popular games Woburn Battle of Wim Street, but any other game you're looking forward to?
I'm definitely looking forward to the Cahoon tournament. Our first game's against Medford. I hope we win that game. It's a good game.
Yeah, I agree with that. We haven't had much success our 2 years, and I could see us easily winning it this year, so that's something that I'm looking forward to as well.
And why'd you get involved with Burlington hockey and not like Burlington basketball or whatever?
Well, I grew up playing hockey since I was young. My sisters always were skating, so kind of grew up loving it. So.
Yeah, I loved watching it as a kid, and I think just that grew on me, and playing it was so fun. So.
And what's your favorite part about being on the team?
I think it's the stuff off the ice. You know, just that brotherhood of in the locker room or team dinners.
And what do you like about playing each of your positions?
I think it's the creative aspect, you know, being able to make plays when there seems like nothing that I really love about it.
I just love the pressure that's always on me and how I can kind of take the game into my own hands. I can make a play whenever, and I think that's really fun.
And what's your favorite thing about hockey, and why is it your favorite thing?
I think it's the uniqueness between each player and how not like one player is like the next.
I think like it's such a unique sport, like skating and everything. So much different than everything else, and makes it so much more fun to play than other sports.
Yeah, and how do you feel your family and coaches have helped you along the way?
I feel like my family's just been always supportive of my decisions, whether it's I want to get extra ice time or driving me here or there. I feel like they've always been like behind me and like have my best ideas in mind.
It's obviously not like a cheap sport and everything, so family supporting me financially and everything, paying for all that ice time, and driving me everywhere and signing me up for stuff when I probably wouldn't have remembered to sign up myself.
Yeah, what are you guys going to miss from spending time at the Ice Palace?
It's going to be all the kids in the locker room and after practice team dinners or hanging out after the basketball game. It's going to be the little stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm going to miss always like hanging out with the boys and post-win and everything, how much fun we have.
Yeah, and do you guys plan on attending college in the future? I know you guys are juniors. It's too early.
Yeah, that's the plan as of right now.
Yeah, same with me. That's the plan.
Do you have any hopes or dreams for your hockey careers?
I'd love the chance to get to play college hockey, but it's a long road, so it's gonna be up to see if that's what I want to do.
Yeah, obviously, like we'll see. Like we still have a good amount of time, but I'd love to play in college too.
And good luck the rest of the way. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
That's it for this episode. I'd like to thank my guests Bobby Conceison, Charlie Andriolo, Jackson Powers, and Camden Shanahan, along with Seamus McMakin. Thank you all for watching. I'm Anthony Matos. We'll see you next time, and go Devs.